Hello and welcome to Pack 2 of How Not to Draft. I'm Jethro. I'm not going to introduce all the videos like that. I think that's stupid. For one thing, I might string these together into one long video, and then that'd look kind of double stupid. I should just kind of continue on seamlessly. So we're drafting Is It Rakdos Azorius, which I think is fine. We're drafting not Golgari. This is not Golgari the deck, and not Selesnya, I suppose, so not green entirely, because green is not a creative colour. And we're trying to be creative because we're on camera. Corey S. Man is not having a good draft. Check my own connections alright. Yep. And off we go. So immediately here I've spotted the rare, which is Ash Zealot, which is fine. I've played it in Rakdos decks. I've played it in Block Constructed. It's a good card, but it's not going to be the pick here. There's an Is It Key Rune, which is the worst of the key runes, but would help fix our mana, but we've already got two Is It Guild Gates. If it was like an Azorius key rune, then we might be on something like a Rakdos key rune. Then we get to the good stuff, which is the removal in this pack. In the removal stakes, we've got a Trostani's Judgment, and we've got an Annihilating Fire. I think I'm just going to take the Fire. I like the Judgment in the Selesnya deck a lot, because you can just judge things, and you can exile things. It's instant speed as well. Instant speed is so important on Populate, and just because you make Centaurs. Essentially, Selesnya deck, you make lots and lots of Centaurs, and then with the Centaurs, you win the game. But Annihilating Fire is a good removal spell, a little bit awkward on our mana, but our central colour, especially if we don't end up playing the white or playing anything but the Arrest, is going to be red. So, no qualms here about first picking the Annihilating Fire. Here I'm going to take the Detention Sphere. 2 reasons taking the Detention Sphere really well. 3 reasons. Well, no, there's a chance it makes our deck, quite a good chance, especially now it exists. I'm thinking about maybe cutting those Augur Sprees now, since I've got the Arrest and the Detention Sphere in white to replace them. But we'll see. If we get a load of Rakdos fixing, then there's no real reason to. Also, Detention Sphere, probably worth a few ticks. And while rare drafting on camera is not the best thing in the world, it's probably not worth enough ticks to be first pick since someone passed it. But you never know. Sometimes people really want to win the drafts. They don't want to take the cards worth ticks, and that's a good thing, really. The less rare drafting in the world, the better. So here we have a Stealer of Secrets, which always surprises me with its quality. We've got a Rixmati Guildmage we probably won't play, a Trostani's Judgment we probably won't play, a Pyro Convergence, which I do like, but which I think might wheel. I do like Pyro Convergence and Pyro Convergence decks, and so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multicolored spells, which points us in that direction. But I think having the Stealer of Secrets, because we've got a lot of removal right now, and Teleportal in the deck, which means ways of getting Stealer through are good. And if you don't overload a Teleportal on a Stealer of Secrets, that's fine. You know, you get in 3 damage, you draw a card. More than happy to do that sort of thing with my time. Here we've got the best 2-drop in the set. That's a lie. But it's Frostborn weird. Looks a bit weird, I'll grant you, but is actually insane. Just a 2-mana Horned Turtle with an extremely relevant ability. Just if they go turn 2, kick Gorehouse Chainwalker, and you go turn 2 this guy, you're like, well, now I can't do anything. He completely shuts down all of Rakdos, pretty much, until you can play your Sphinxes, and to be fair, we don't have a lot, actually. God, our deck is terrible. Just a load of removal and like a Sphinx. It's not too bad. And, when you're the beatdown, he beats down. This guy beats down for 2, 3, 4 damage. In a pinch. So yeah, not unhappy to be seeing and picking up the Frostborn weird there. Computer's running awfully slowly because we're recording. So there's that. Last time I recorded one of these, I couldn't soft pick cards and then pick them at the end of the pack, and that really bothered me. So here we've got an Inspiration, which I love. We've got Doorkeeper, which I've spoken about before. We've got Traitorous Instinct, which this isn't the deck for, but it can work, and we've got Explosive Impact for more removal. Shame, we haven't seen a lot of fixing yet. I feel I'm going to take the Inspiration here, because while I'd love an Explosive Impact's good removal, right now we've got, if we play all 4 colours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells, all costing 3. But 5 removal spells is a lot of removal spells, plus an Essence Backlash. Quickly grab the Inspiration here. So we don't need another one. An Inspiration works like mana fixing, in that our main colour is probably going to be blue. Okay, well, we've got a guild gate here, but it's a third Izzet guild gate. And I think I'd finally rather have the inaction injunction. Not really thinking about Judge's Familiar or Chemist's Trick. I haven't yet played Chemist's Trick, but I'm not convinced by the card. The one time it was in my deck, I discarded it to a Viashino Racketeer to try and find out, and went on to lose. But that's irrelevant. I was discarding it, is the point. So it's kind of a win more card. If you've got good board presence, you can eat their guys, you know. I want cards that give me good board presence, not that work well once I have good board presence. So this deck still needs more fixing. I'd happily take a Transguild Promenade. Read my mind. I mean, from your perspective, it didn't look like it read my mind, because you didn't know I was going to say that until I said it, but I knew I was going to say it, so from where I'm sitting. It's a shame we have to take it over a Splatter Thug and a Steal of Secrets, but we might get a Steal of Secrets on the wheel. There was another one coming round. And we really need the multicolour fixing in this deck. The Promenade's not great. Apparently, PV really hates it. But I think this is the type of deck that needs its effect. No love for the conjured currency. I like conjured currency. We could give people our arrests and detention spheres. That's actually a really good idea. Just give people the arrest that's already on their creature, and take their other good creatures. Okay, we're going to try out conjured currency today. Another good rule when you're new to sets is that you should just take rares and try them out. I think that conjured currency, there's a chance that it's going to be good. Not a huge chance, granted. Okay, so here we've got Trostani's Judgment, which is removal, but we can never populate anything. We don't even have 4/1 goblins or anything. Versus Izzet Key Rune, which is a key rune which helps us ramp into our 6 drops, but fixes mana which is already fixed. No, I think it's the key rune. I mean, sure, it's fixing the same mana as all our guild gates and all our other fixing, but it enables us to play more plains and potentially swamps, which we're probably going to have to. Something going wrong, computer? Is everything okay? I'm going to presume everything's okay until you tell me otherwise. Here, Dorky 5-drop or second Bellows Lizard. I'm going to take the Bellows Lizard, hopefully, assuming the recording's not going to force me to take Horncrawler's Chant or something, which it's done before. Seriously running slowly here, I'm not... Ooh, that's a nice wheel. I'm not going to take the cancel here, because there's a chance I end up with the Pyro Convergence deck. A deck I love. Currently still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multicolored spells. You want over 10. Pyro Convergence, you want 10 plus multicolored spells. We could take the Guild Feud, but we've got our Dorky Rare for this draft. I'm just going to take the most playable card in the pack, which is Acme Fag. I could take one of the red cards to signal, but either way I'm shipping at least one red card that pack, and so my signaling's not on. Ooh, Frostbomb is a multicolored spell too. Oh, fantastic. Take the multicolored spell to go with Pyro Convergence. Almost certainly not playing it. I've been beaten by it, but I'm almost certainly not playing it. And our last pick this pack is... We're probably not going to get to see it, because our computer is lagging out like a bitch. It's destroyed the evidence. I've had that played against me too.